In a world of 30,000 edible plant species, we've come to rely on just a dozen. But what does this loss of biodiversity mean for what we eat and how we survive? On this special edition of Science That Touches Us, we uncover how Africa's seed treasures are unlocking nutrition, resilience, and hope.
When we talk about agriculture, we're really talking about agro-biodiversity, which includes the diversity of the crops and the animals which we actually use for food. And we've seen a reduction in that, and we really need to think about how we can enhance the diversity of the food systems that we have, and that is needed for reasons of resilience of those systems, particularly in terms of climate change, and it's also needed in terms of nutrition, because we know that we have many issues of malnutrition, but we also have, and that malnutrition actually covers both problems of lacking of calories, but also mainly lacking in nutrients such as vitamins and minerals, but it also covers obesity and all those other diseases, if you like, which come with obesity.
Food biodiversity isn't just about different species. It's about the different nutrients, strengths, and survival traits locked within.
And as with any trait, such as height or yield or disease resistance, we also see a variation in nutritional properties within that species. They're not all the same thing. So we need to characterize that and understand which particular types of species are going to be most beneficial in terms of nutrition. And then we can come to the breeding of important traits, as with the orange flesh sweet potato, as with the work that's been done here on biofortified vitamin A cassava and maize. We can actually enhance through breeding the nutritional value of the crop, so we can address some of these deficiencies. As I mentioned, vitamin A, also iron and zinc, for example.
Across Africa, underutilized crops like indigenous vegetables and biofortified varieties are nature multivitamins, and plant genetic diversity is the key.
IITA, the Genetic Resources Centre, we have major collections of 6 of the major staple crops of sub-Saharan Africa, namely cowpea, maize, soybean, cassava, yam, bananas and plantains. And particularly for cowpea, we have the largest collection in the world. Cowpea is a crop which is indigenous to West Africa, and also for yams. So conservation of those and the diversity of those. For cowpea, for example, we have 16,000 different types of cowpea. So that's that is major diversity, and that is held in trust. It's not IITA materials; it's held in trust for everybody. So all the time we are distributing seeds of those seed crops or tissue culture material for cassava, yam, banana, etc. We're distributing every time. So that's going to the breeders, it's going to research, it's also going to the farmers. And we have specific instances where we've been involved, if you like, in recovery from things which have happened to agriculture in particular regions. In southern Nigeria, there was a flood some years ago. We were involved in replenishing the stocks of some of their crops, and during COVID we were very much involved not only within Nigeria but in other countries as well in helping that recovery, where there was a sort of disconnection in the supply of seed to farmers. We stepped in and working with the breeders and others, we were able to supply material in those situations in Nigeria, in Sierra Leone, and in other countries.
Biodiversity isn't just about what's conserved in gene banks. It's about what we grow, eat, and share. From local kitchens to global summits, It's a matter of survival. Africa's future lies in its youth and women. Empowering them with knowledge and access to diverse crops can change the nutrition story. As we mark the International Day for Biological Diversity, remember, diversity isn't just a word. It's our food, our health, our survival. It is up to us to protect it